Hey everyone, welcome back to GhostPrime Reviews. So, it's been a couple weeks that I actually got through Series 86 Perceptor. I haven't been able to review on him yet because I'm actually still recovering from surgery. I had a pretty major surgery recently. Doing well, doing well. But I wanted to take this opportunity to actually bring in my thoughts on him because I really like him. Perceptor is one of my favorite characters and I absolutely loved the original toy. So I'm really happy to get this one. I never got the Titans Return one, unfortunately, but I'm happy to actually get this one. And this one is very cartoon accurate. It's not perfect, but I absolutely love it. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, hit the thumbs down button if you have to, ring the bell for notifications, and without any further ado, let's get to the review. And as we normally do, let's start off with just a quick look at the box. We have Series 86 Perceptor. Here he is with a nice picture of him on the front cover. Face on the side. 2 alt modes. And the bot on the back. Nothing on the bottom. Transformers, the movie on the top. Of course, you do get this very nice Autobot City backdrop, which the character looks great in. And again, I would love to be able to actually display him. I just don't have enough room. He does come with his gun. It has a couple hollow spots on it, but otherwise very reminiscent of that Generation 1. And of course, a sheet of instructions. Move in for a close-up look at the figure here. He is done in a few different color paints. He's got some black. His face sculpt here, let's get close on that. A pretty nice looking face sculpt, kind of stoic looking. Get that to focus. It is done in silver, the yellow head crest. Now, this is not done in silver or chrome. It's got that sort of like almost metallic white to it that the Masterpiece have to mimic the cartoon look. And that same thing goes for his little dials on his arms. He has a lighter shade of blue than I would expect and a more of a rich sort of almost turquoise or darker turquoise for the arms. Black paint up here. Coming down, he's got his crotch here. I think that has some red paint in it. I think it's molded in red. So I think it's hard to tell if that's paint in there or just part of the plastic. I think it looks like paint to me. But going around the back, around the front, it's got tons of detailing showing up. And he looks fairly good, I think. I love the sculpt work on this. I think is very good. One thing I do want to point out that this is neat. It doesn't go back in and out. You can't focus it, but it's really nice that it's you can't even see through it. But it's really nice that they did actually make it look like you can. I think that's welcome. And a close-up look on this gun, and let's just compare it real quick to the Generation 1. There's a lot of callbacks to the Generation 1 sort of shape, and you can put it in either hand, of course, via the 5mm peg. That brings us to comparisons. So there he is with the Generation 1 version. Now he is a little shorter, not too much, and he doesn't come with a secondary gun. As you can see, the colors are very different, but overall keeps the same basic look for him. I think they do a really good job on this, including this piece here. They've done a pretty good job. There he is with Earthrise Optimus Prime, so you get an idea of scale. Finally, there he is, the Classics version. I don't have the Titans Return, but I love the colors and the chrome on the Classics or Generations version of Perceptor. Although this definitely looks much better. Moving on to articulation. Now, has a kind of I don't know what an interesting choice. There's a ball joint in the shoulder. So that shoulder is on a ball joint, but still gets some pretty good, movement here. Now, you could go all the way around. And the one thing is, it is a ball joint. So while it'd be easier to fix in the future, it will loosen over time. He has a 360 bicep swivel. He has about 90 at the elbow. No wrist swivel. He does have a 360 waist. His head is on a ball joint. A little bit of movement on there, not a whole lot. You can kind of get him to look up if you kind of unsnap the head. The legs go pretty far up. So it's for a big kick. And reverse. Knees over 90 degrees. He does have a bicep swivel as well. And he has an ankle rocker. So all very good points for articulation. Getting this guy transformed is not too hard. Just take out his gun here. Move his fists. Just kind of turn them in. Like so. Move his head back. Snap it back like that. And then we're going to take this piece here and move the chest piece all the way down. It is a big piece of clear plastic there. And so now we're just going to take this piece here. Let's actually undo that first. Undo the shoulder and then move this piece up and do that on both sides. Actually, see, so you have basically the same thing here. So we're going to take this like this. These two pieces are going to tab together. So you have a piece on the top that looks like that. You go ahead and move the arms down like so. And there is a little tab. I just kind of tab it in together like that. There's like a little tab piece in there. So take it and just kind of lock that in place like so. It's a pretty easy transformation. His legs up, out, bend right here. Take the little foot till toes. So again, let's just show you like this. Bend the thigh, rotate the entire piece, move the toe. Go ahead and stick that down like that. And there is his microscope mode. There's not really any real good place to put this. You can kind of hang his gun on the back so you kind of hide it. So it looks kind of like that. Now this is pretty thin, but that is kind of what he looked like in the cartoon. So, you know, I could allow it. It looks pretty good, I think. And overall, it works pretty well as his mode. I don't really have any problems with it. I think it's pretty good. So just so you know what he looked like in Generation 1, if you remember. There he is next to the Generation 1 version of the microscope. Quite a bit smaller. He becomes really small for being almost the same height. Now he does have that third tank mode as well. So what we really want to do, if I could remember how to do this, take this, move that up, relieve. The legs are going to be turned around, so you see he has a tank tread there. So we take those around, and there is a hole on the side that actually clips right into here. I can get it to work. There we go. So same here. Take this, twist it all the way around. Take that hole, that tab right there. Let's go ahead and just put that together. Then we want to take a cannon. It goes something like that. Now there's no wheels on it. I think this is actually kind of the weakest mode of it. There's no wheels. You could actually put this down too. I like having this down. It does worry me that this is a full piece of clear plastic, but he has no wheels, and he doesn't have any of the extended pieces that come out of there, which I guess is a shame. I don't know why they decided not to do that, but there he is in his tank mode. So you could kind of pretend. I mean, it's kind of phoned in. He just kind of looks like Soundwave. But yeah, it's all right. So as a robot mode, I think he's pretty good. Articulation, like I said, is pretty decent. I wish this wasn't here. Wish this was tighter. This is not a very tight joint. I would like to see the chrome. I think he's overall pretty good. You know, the hollowness, but you know, it is what it is. But I think they did a good job. He's a little hippie too. He's a little too much hips, wide birthing hips there for Perceptor. It's not very thin. So all in all, Perceptor, again, one of my favorite bots. There's a few things wrong with it. Like, just to recap, I wish this was better. I would love to see some chrome. The white, the masterpiece color white is cool. I mean, this is what it looked like in the cartoon. I like the chrome, though. I'm always just a chrome guy. Hollowness here, I think they could have done a little better with that. And I would like a darker blue. I think the darker blue would set it off nicely. Otherwise, very minor complaints, I think. I think it's a really good figure. And I'm happy to have it in my collection. So if you happen to see him on the shelves, I would just pick him up. I give him a strong recommend. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.